So today's adventures brings us to Yuma, Arizona, and we are at the Yuma Territorial Prison State Historic Park. As of the recording of this video, it is March 12th, 2025. So this territorial prison was authorized by legislatures in 1875. They basically gave them a budget of $25,000 and said, build this project. The project was built by mostly the inmates that came here, and it was assigned to this location. So the first 7 inmates moved into this facility on July 1st, 1876. And it held a variety of law violators, including the stagecook. So there's been a lot of stories about this place and testimonies from different people. The place is haunted, really. Everything from a little girl in a red dress that died and drowned in the Colorado River, which is about 3 miles away. People say that she pinches you if she doesn't like you, to some of the inmates that are still here. The Washington Post in about 2021 actually came here and spent the night. And I will link to that article about what they had discovered when they were here. So Yuma East Wetlands, it's a Colorado River before dams. This is what it looked like after the dams. They've restored the wetlands here to bring back a lot of the nature that was here, to restore balance in the area wildlife refuge. So as recording this video, the price to get in is $10 per adult, $9 for children, and I think kids under a certain age are free. So this is the Sallyport that went into the prison. It's the oldest piece of the prison that's still left. So inside the Sallyport, you can actually still see where they would have mixed the mud and clay with straw to form it before they put cement on top of it. Territorial Prison, 1875. These were the superintendents. Here's some crude physician's tools. Probably similar to what we use today.
These first two cells here, these were the first two original cells that were built. 7 prisoners were brought down. They were housed at the county jail, the Yuma County Jail. They were brought up here on a daily basis to work quarrying the granite and to do the construction work. Each cell, 9 feet by 7 feet by 13 feet high, started out as a prefab blacksmith-built cage, and then the granite was built in around it. After that, that was in place, the inside was plastered over, the bars were plastered over and whitewashed. So if you look in that first cell, you get a good idea of what it looked like. This cell is, it's got a name, and it's the John Wayne cell. After the prison closed, Hollywood used this as a free movie set. And in one of those, John Wayne and 2 other actors, they were a part of it. It was almost kind of like a Three Musketeers kind of thing. And they shot these short movies that they'd be in different situations. And in one of them, they were French foreign legionnaires, and the Yuma Territorial prison served as a North African prison. And John got pictured in that cell. Of course, this was the younger version in the 1930s. A lot of us think of that crusty old guy, but he also started out as a sharp-looking young guy too. But that's the John Wayne cell there. This cell, the center cell block here, a little bit different. Where these cells were set up for 6 people, the center cells had 2 6-person cells, tandem, end on end, with bars in between. And again, you might look in there and go, oh, well, that kind of like flow-through ventilation. But again, remember, there's a hallway on the other side, another wooden structure, and just like this was a hallway here. So what they had for ventilation was a powered ventilation from the electricity. So you can go ahead and go on in there and kind of get a feel for that. So you could go in and kind of get a feel for what size that you were dealing with. Now, people might look at it and say, hey, these small cells and 6 people per cell, that's kind of cool and unusual, but not for the day, not for the time. Besides that, this was only to sleep in. Everybody was expected to have a job and expected to be working with a job. Like construction, it might be do a lot of the food, had livestock, they had a farm, stables. Everybody had a job. And once the bridge was fully built, they kind of worked it over the country to find those jobs. So many could work in the cowboy shop, so many could work in the jewelry shop. But they had road gangs. A number of the roads in the downtown area that were built with the help of prisoners. Also the sewage and the sewer system is something that's possible. There was a district hospital in prison, the first hospital in our area, so that's a whole other law. You look at everything, there are some tours in there, that was displaying. I've seen pictures. I love the district. What it is to show the story of talk about the dark. Yeah. This is a little bit, but really not. Along with that. Now, it looks like it goes way back in there, and it did at the time, but the space that was occupied by the library was needed for something else. Little entrance, I'll tell you about that.
The youngest was 14, the oldest was 88 years old.
We'll buy a postcard and then we'll go to the graveyard.
Yeah. Yuma Territorial Prison Cemetery. Okay, so now you're going to take us to the cemetery? Are you taking us to the cemetery? Are you scared? Are you nervous that the wind might blow you away? I feel like we're on that, I feel like we're on the trails to like that cemetery and pet cemetery. Remember? Gotta stay on the trail. Stay on the trail. Okay, so now we're going in the cemetery. Following Christy. She knows the way.
Thought maybe they would be labeled, but they're not labeled.
Oh, they don't identify them? They probably don't even know, honey, which ones are which. So we actually thought these graves might be labeled, but they're actually not. So just gonna pan around here.
Most of the prisoners here died due to tuberculosis. TB was huge. Also snake bites, some murder, sickness. There's a few that committed suicide as well. The first death in prison was Russell Richard. Doesn't really say how he died, so we'd have to look that up. Right underneath him is Ryan John, who committed suicide. Many of them died from consumption. Heart failure, pneumonia, acute dysentery. I'm like, what is dysentery? Acute dysentery? Is that what he pooped himself to death? I like dysentery better. It sounded dysentery. Okay, so heart disease, bronchitis. The walls, while they were doing, like, looking for granite, the walls caved in on somebody. Shot, escape attempt. There were a few that were shot due to escape. Jumped from train in an attempt to escape. He died. Poor guy. Tumor of the brain. Accident, drowned. Somebody drowned here. One was bad physical condition upon entering prison. Okay, I don't even know this word. What is peritonitis? Where's my sister when I need her? Peritonitis? I'll have to look that one up. Somebody's gonna be like, well, duh, it's peritonitis. Like, how do you not know that? No, I don't know that. Blood poisoning. Falling rocks while excavating. I wonder what consumption means. But they don't have alcohol in prison. One is ossification of liver, obstruction of bowels. She was the only female to die in prison because she couldn't poop. Poor Pearl Hiker. 111 of them are buried here.
Okay, see the dust storm up ahead?
Pretty big one.
The lady back here at the truck stop said that it gets so bad sometimes they shut the roads down. What'd you do?
Well, I just put on the biohazard button of the Tesla. I don't know. It just felt cool. It felt like the cool thing to do. Hey Siri, what does the biohazard button of the Tesla do?
The biohazard button in a Tesla activates the bioweapon defense mode. This mode uses the vehicle's HEPA filter to filter out airborne biological and chemical hazards, as well as everyday urban pollution.
I'm not sure if the camera can really pick up like the coolness of what we're seeing up ahead. But look, I mean, it extends through that whole area. It's high winds over there.
Okay, are we on the dust storm now? Is it coming? Let's see over here.
It's a legitimate dust storm. This is close to our exit too. Press the charge.
we stopped here in Pecos, Texas, go to the bathroom, and we got an alert on our phone that said that it could be like 0 visibility here. If you look around, like, you can barely see in any direction, but it's supposed to be 0 visibility on some sections of the road. It's kind of eerie. Thanks for coming along on today's adventure. If you've been here before, or if it's a place you want to visit someday, let us know in the comments. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe button, and hit that bell so you don't miss what's next on our adventures. And if you love what we're doing, we'd love your support over on Patreon. It helps us keep this adventure going. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.